She wants to get free because Hull has her kind of wrapped, and boy, that's a hard swing. They're going to review it.
This one will be a review as well.
Happened on that play.
Well, I didn't know exactly what happened when it happened. It was kind of just like a clash.
Lexie Hull takes an elbow to the face. The ref blows the whistle and somehow calls the foul on her. Caitlin Clark couldn't believe it. Fans couldn't either. And now the question everyone's asking. Are WNBA referees corrupt? The Indiana Fever were already drowning in injuries, yet the referees seem determined to push them down even further. Today, we're breaking down why this one moment lit a firestorm across the league and why it could change everything. Stick around, because what we found might shock you.
Let's just take a look. Oh, you ain't gonna get me on the strikes of the copyrights. So boom, right there, that's it. The right straight to the kisser slash nostril area. Boom. I mean, Lexie Hull gets her sinuses cleaned, for crying out loud. Gets a sinuses treatment. Boom. This is Aaliyah Boston. What the hell you doing the oh my goodness?
It happened in the middle of a tough game against Minnesota. Kayla McBride swung through, and her arm connected sharply with Lexie Hull's face. Hull went down instantly, clutching her jaw. Everyone in the arena saw it. The replay showed clear contact. Most people expected a foul on McBride, maybe even something flagrant. Instead, the referee pointed the other way. The foul was on Hull.
McBride goes up, grabs the board, and she wants to get free because Hull has her kind of wrapped, and boy, that's a hard swing. They're going to review it.
This one will be a review as well. Official swing and flail here is a technical foul right there. So Hull does get called for a foul in trying to reach around.
Yes, you can see she has her wrapped up, and that is the actual call, and then the excessiveness of that swing.
You could see Caitlin Clark's reaction immediately. She jumped up, eyes wide, hands flying, yelling at the officials as if to say, "Are you serious right now?" It wasn't just Clark who was angry. Fans at home flooded social media within seconds. On Twitter, #CorruptRefs began trending. Clips of the elbow racked up thousands of shares. People weren't just upset about the missed call, they felt cheated. One fan tweeted, "Lexie getting hammered every game. No concussion protocol."
The Indiana Fever's injury bug is getting into spooky territory. It seems like there's a new player every single day that's getting injured. Right now they have Caitlin Clark out, not sure if she will be returning this season. Sid Colson out with a season-ending ACL tear. Ari McDonald out with a season-ending fracture in her foot. Sophie Cunningham out with a season-ending MCL tear. And then just today, before the game, they announced that Chloe Bibby would be out with a knee injury.
Think about it for a second. Hull takes the hit. She's the one on the ground. And somehow, she's the one punished. Have you ever been blamed for something when you were the one who got hurt? If you know that feeling, type a quick facts in the comments.
With regards to Odyssey, do you have any ideas of what it was she tweaked? Was it a groin or anything?
I have no idea. I just heard her say I need a sub, and so I got Shay up there.
Lexie Hull tonight, career high for her, just especially effective there early on. What were you seeing from her performance?
She was aggressive. I mean, she was hunting shots. She was aggressive to the rim. You know, she knew we needed another scorer on the floor, and because of the attention that Kelsey and AB get, she was getting free and she was hunting shots, and that's what we're going to need from her.
Even Lexie's coach tried to spin this on her, but this moment hits very hard. It wasn't just a bad whistle, it was an insult stacked on top of injury. And for Indiana, already running on fumes, it felt like the game was over before it even began. But this wasn't just about one bad call. The Fever had been set up to lose before the ball even tipped.
I don't see on the stat sheet, I mean, guys, like our players bust their ass. Like they battle every single game. And you know, they just, it's a couple minutes here and there. You got to play a 40-minute game. But this is a special group of women, man, with what they've been going through and everything that they've had to continue to overcome, and to put ourselves in position. You know, it could have been real easy to fold in that third quarter. when they broke it open.
If you want to know what the word nightmare looks like in sports, just check the Indiana Fever's injury report this season. One by one, their roster started crumbling. Caitlin Clark battling nagging injuries. Kirsten Cunningham sidelined. Grace Colson out. Ari McDonald down. Stephanie Bibby missing games. It felt less like a basketball team and more like a hospital ward. And it didn't stop there. Odyssey Sims was limping every time she came down the floor, yet still had to play because there was simply no one left. The Fever had to scramble for hardship signings, pulling in Shea Petty and Aerial Powers and throwing them straight into the fire. No training camp, no time to adjust, just here's your jersey, now save the season. Then came Lexie Hull, who suddenly had to log 37 minutes a night just to keep the team alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think just tightening up those little things. Steph said in the post game, there was a 26-9 run in a matter of a few minutes, spread out, but it's making those runs smaller and shorter for us. But first half, I mean, they got some kick-out threes that we can control. Just getting on the glass, box them out, a little bit more effort, a little bit more focus, a little bit more locked in on our schemes. But we're right there. So I think we can head into...
Think about it. Night after night, she's asked to do the impossible. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell has been carrying the entire scoring load on her shoulders. Every possession, every big shot, all eyes are on her.
Kelsey, this season you've talked about defense needing to lead the offense. Your coach has talked about that a lot the last couple of days as well, given your injury situation. You had 82 in the first 3 quarters for them tonight. What did you see slippage defensively that was so bad for you guys tonight?
Me and Lex were just walking and talking up here. We just felt like we have small lulls. If we could just take out the small points in which great teams capitalize off of, we would put ourselves in great position. I felt like, the offensive rebounds compared to defensive rebounds, we missed, just small stuff. If we could just, it's frustrating. Go ahead, Lex.
Now, imagine this in your own life. Imagine your workplace losing half the team overnight, and somehow you're still expected to deliver the same results. Could you do it? If you think this is unfair pressure on the players, hit the like button right now. And here's the real kicker. When your roster is already shredded, the very last thing you can afford is the referees stacking the deck against you.
How'd that first half feel, especially with 18 and just 20 minutes of play?
I mean, it obviously feels good, I think. For me, just playing with confidence. We're missing people, so everyone's got to do a little bit extra, be a little bit more aggressive offensively. So that was my mindset going in.
By now, Fever fans have started to wonder if something bigger is going on. It's not just one bad call, it's a pattern. Night after night, Caitlin Clark drives into the lane, gets hacked across the arms, knocked in the chest, shoved in the back, and somehow the whistle stays quiet. Then, on the other end of the floor, the same kind of contact draws an instant foul against Indiana. It's like the rules change depending on who has the ball.
They just said it's soreness and they're just playing it safe. And then in tonight's game, Odyssey Sims, who this is literally, I think, her 3rd game with the Indiana Fever, she came in on a hardship contract and now she's signed for the rest of the season, but she got injured in today's game with some sort of leg injury. Came out of the game in the 4th quarter having tweaked something and then didn't play for the rest of the game. At this rate, the Fever are going to end the season with a completely different team than what they started the season with. And even the players that they're bringing in on hardship or that they're signing midway through the season, they're now going down with injuries. The season from hell would be an understatement on this team right now. At what point do you just throw in the towel and just tank? This is crazy. I don't think I've ever witnessed anything like this.
You can feel the frustration building, not only from the players, but from the crowd itself. Every time a whistle goes against the Fever, the boos get louder. Online, fans are even more vocal. One tweeted, "If Clark was on any other team, half these fouls would be called." Another wrote, "Now they are doing the same to her teammates." Makes so hard to watch. Even some analysts have hinted that the officiating doesn't pass the eye test. For Caitlin Clark, it's becoming unbearable. She's known for keeping her cool, but this season you can see it wearing her down. After a missed call, she throws her hands up. After another, she bites her lip, shaking her head in disbelief. The anger is building, game after game. And the fans feel it too, because this doesn't feel like simple human error anymore. It feels personal, like the Fever are being singled out, like Clark is being tested.
Oh my goodness. I mean, okay, so let me, because I want to be able to see you guys. What are you doing this? No, where are you running in with the the forearm shiver just once. When is somebody besides Sophie Cunningham gonna show a pair? I mean, so many of you players in this league want to act like dudes. Where are you? Even when the JC shelled.
And here's the part that nobody saw coming. Some fans don't believe it's just incompetence. They believe it's corruption. But is there any proof of that? Or is this just the boiling point of frustration spilling into conspiracy? Stick around, because this next part could change how you look at the league. Even with bodies dropping left and right, the fever refused to roll over. Kelsey Mitchell stepped into the fire, pouring in 26 points and carrying the offense like a warrior who wouldn't let the game die. Just days after signing, Brianne January's replacement, Shea Petty, came in cold and gave them 16 points, proving that heart sometimes matters more than preparation. And in the paint, Aaliyah Boston stood tall, anchoring the defense with calm strength, even as the scoreboard leaned the wrong way. This wasn't a loss of effort, it was a loss of survival. A team patched together with hardship signings and limping starters can only fight so long before the cracks show. But still, every Fever player on the floor showed grit that couldn't be whistled away. If your team kept fighting like this, would you keep watching even if the refs were against them? Tell us in the comments, yes or no. And if you're ride or die Fever, type never quit below. Because here's the truth, Indiana hasn't quit yet, not even close.
So that doesn't feel good.
How long did it take you to kind of get your bearings and like get recollected?
Honestly, it was pretty quick. Went back into the tunnel and the trainers did a great job of, making sure I was good, not completely out of it, which I wasn't. More than anything, just trying to get the swelling down, the immediate ice, making sure my neck was good, checking all the boxes, but it didn't take too long.
Getting back on the bench, was everybody just kind of staring at your forehead directly? And...
I knew, yeah. Everyone's like, you look beautiful. I'm like, I know I look insane. But it honestly looks better now than it did when it first happened, so hopefully this goes down quick.
Did you glance up at the video board to see it? Did you get a look at it?
No, I could see it.
But the story doesn't end here, because Indiana's future is not just resting on grit.